What if reinvention didn't require blowing up your life as you know it? And what if you don't have to walk away from everything to find alignment and joy? Now, that might sound funny coming from me, as I sold just about everything we owned and moved across the world with my 2 children in the middle of the pandemic. But stay with me, because there have been plenty of times in my life where finding alignment hasn't required such a big move. So, what does alignment mean anyway? Well, simply put, it means having your spirit, your mind, and your body all singing from the same sheet music, where your beliefs, your thoughts, and your actions are all congruent with the life that you want to live. But how do you know what that life is if you've never stopped to ask yourself that question? What's true for so many of us is that we've towed the line. We've got good grades, we got the high-paying job, we got the house, the husband, the clothes, the jewelry, the car, and everything else that we were told was expected of us. But so few of us stop to question that life. In fact, we only start to question it when it starts to feel hollow and unfulfilling. And if we're lucky, we get to understand that that emptiness is a calling for more. Not more stuff, certificates, or external validation, but more depth of knowing who we are and what actually makes us happy. You see, we never learned that our emotional state is our compass. So if we're feeling unhappy, depleted, or unfulfilled, then we're more than likely misaligned in what we're doing or how we're doing it, or we're on a path that isn't serving our highest potential. And to realize our potential and live a life of purpose is why we're here, right? So today we're going to talk about evolving from within without losing everything you've built. And I'm going to give you a simple 3-step process to do that. Hi, I'm Janet Mohapi-Banks, and I'm a best-selling author for my book, The Habits for Happiness, and I'm a transformational happiness coach for high achievers and soul seekers who wake up feeling empty despite their outward success. So if you'd like a taste of how my work can help you too, I invite you to join me in my free 14-day mini course, Rewire Your Brain for Happiness. The link is in the description. So the first step to living in alignment is discovering what makes you feel calm, happy, excited, or fulfilled. So let's sit for a second and take some deep breaths. Tune in to your intuition and listen to the whispered messages that you might hear, see, or just sense. Ask yourself, what do you do that you can lose yourself in for hours where you just don't notice time passing? And what makes you smile just by thinking about it? All of these are indications of what you need to bring more of into your life. You're not led to these things by accident. Your somatic markers have stored these experiences in your body as being of benefit and producing a positive outcome. But as we grew up, most of us were encouraged to prioritize material gains or formal education over following our joy or following our dreams. So we became practiced in overwriting our natural inclinations towards living an aligned life, often as a way to meet other people's expectations or to feel a sense of belonging. But now life has started to shout at you that something needs to change. And that's why you're experiencing the dissatisfaction that you are. And you've probably tried all the known knowns, right? So you've worked even harder, you've got more qualifications, you've bought more stuff, but now you're on the edge of burnout and nothing's made you feel any better for very long. You see, none of these things have worked because you've missed this vital piece, which is reconnecting with your true desires. So step 1 of this 3-step process is to remember what makes you happy. And step 2 is to bring more of those things into your life. Now, this might look like joining a club or starting a hobby or investigating a particular interest. You need to stop ignoring your intuition and practice following your highest joy. And step 3 is to release the things that you've outgrown. So again, tune in to your intuition and identify what in your life makes you feel depleted. What brings a heavy energy? What makes you feel contracted? What makes you shrink instead of expand? These are somatic signals as to what is no longer serving you. So in your life, that might look like delegating tasks or outsourcing certain aspects of your life or business. One of the first things that I outsourced was the cleaning of my home. I hate cleaning. And I pay somebody now to do my laundry and change my bedding because doing them doesn't bring me joy. But I do enjoy getting into a nice, freshly made bed. So what can you release that will make your life feel lighter? When you take these steps and, of course, follow through with the actions required, you'll be living in more alignment with your unique blueprint for your happiest life. But this is obviously just the start. If you want to go further, I invite you to join me in my free 14-day mini course, Rewire Your Brain for Happiness. It's grounded in neuroscience and psychology with spirituality and manifestation techniques, and it's designed to help you unwind the old subconscious patterns that are keeping you stuck in a life that you were told to want but doesn't feel like yours anymore. Now, if you missed the last video, that talks more about the importance of living in flow, so I invite you to watch this one next. I look forward to seeing you in my community, and if I don't, well, just know that you've got this, and I'll see you next time. Bye.